ADP retirement services. I use ADP for doing my my payroll.
Slight right onto the Florida 417 North ramp.
I just work for myself, and I just run my payroll every 2 weeks through them.
Continue on Florida 417 North for 7 miles.
So I do a 401k or whatever. So I started contributing, not returning shit, and first of all, it's almost impossible to get somebody on the phone, to answer a fucking email. So finally, fuck this shit, I'm out. So mind you, when I signed up, I know that there's a penalty for getting out of a 401k. It's usually like 10% or something like that. So okay, I'll take a little penalty or whatever, and then when I called to get out of it, so when I call these people, first of all, they keep you on the phone for forever. It's a mystery to see which phone numbers you got to call and whatever. Finally get in touch with them. Finally get somebody on the line after I don't know how long waiting. And the person is like, I tell them, hey, I want to get out. I want to, terminate the plan or whatever. And I say, okay, so he proceeds to tell me that there's a $1,500 fucking early termination fee imposed by ADP, not the government, not anybody, ADP. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? You're gonna charge me $1,500 for a penalty to get my own money out, and that's not the end of it. You got it's the end of December. Then you gotta wait till February 29th to get to your money. The $1,500 on top of the 10%, and they get taken out of my fucking account. So don't do it. I told the guys, he's like, well, it's just some young smug asshole that they put, some quote-unquote financial advisor, like that so-called financial advisor who never told me shit about the $1,500 penalty, not even the regular penalty, which I knew, but they're supposed to be telling you this shit. The guy who I talked to about signing up for it, it's just, it's in the contract. You mean the 300-page contract? The DocuSign contract? And the fucking financial advisor never said shit about the $1,500 penalty. ADP retirement charges people and hold their money hostage for 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever it is. Then they steal $1,500. Let me tell you something. This is why we need financial regulation. Because if you let these pieces of shit, which is exactly what ADP Retirement Services is, it's a piece of shit, racketeering, scumbag organization. Stealing from people, hard-working people. Like, look at me. I'm on my way to work on a car, man. I'm a mechanic, and I'm an interpreter. I hustle, I do whatever I have to do within the boundaries of the laws. But these motherfuckers lobby our corrupt ass fucking senators and lawmakers and representatives so they can fucking, take our money and, and do this shit to us. So when the time comes, these scumbags are gonna take $1,500 out of my account, my business account, just for getting my money back.
44 for
and I'm gonna have to wait over 2 months to get it. How the fuck is that legal? I'll tell you how it is. Because legislators allow this shit. And then when somebody like Elizabeth Warren brings this cocksuckers from financial institutions to Congress for them to explain why they're stealing from people like me, like you, they don't answer. They're just business as usual. That's the way it is. So don't do it. Don't do it. Keep your money. Fuck these people up in the 401k arena. Fuck them. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You know, find other ways to invest. It never ceases to amaze me with the ease which they say, well, it's in the contract. So there's got to be, in the administration, and you know, I'm critical of Biden when it needs to be critical, especially by financing Netanyahu's death machine and atrocities and genocide against the Palestinians. When they did something wrong, something right, like going after the junk fees and the fucking junk fees are nothing but theft. They're theft by corporations against us, the workers. When they did that, they just signed that into law.
In half a mile, take exit 44 for Florida 434.
We need to support more legislation that goes against thieving and racketeering by corporations like ADP Retirement Services and other 401k plans and all the financial institutions.
Take exit 44.
No, that's enough. We've had enough from this shit. So, fuck ADP Retirement Services.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left.